never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes.
Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If female Deku was Shoto Todoroki's twin sister. Sorry about that. Let's put the no disturb sign so none of that stuff will happen. Oh, I made a mistake a little bit in the previous part. The tournament they just finished doing is near the beginning of the year, and the next one is near the end of the second year of middle school. And info broker Deku, I'll make another episode of that when I get off work tonight, so that will be up. I just got a couple ideas for this, and I didn't want to lose it, so I just decided might as well get it out of my head and put it on record form. So let's continue. As Bakugo and Luna walk out, as they go their separate ways, as we're gonna cut back, a couple weeks. Time skip a couple weeks, as Luna is going down to her she got some gloves made for her using hair particles from her hair into fighting gloves. Like the gloves, they're usually leather, and they are non-fingerless, so they don't have the gloves stop at the knuckle. So for each finger, so there's no fingers for the gloves. You probably know what I mean. I'm rambling on about this. As she got it made from her hair. That's to help with close quarter combat fighting. As she walks into the tailor shop, or wherever she got these made, and she's like, "Oh, Luna, you're here." They haven't. I just finished it. As she shows her new fighting gloves, as she puts them on to get the feel of them. As she pays her. As she puts in her, after she walks out, put it in her book bag, her little school bag. She just got off school. As she's decided, to walk home. Sorry, I'm thinking, wow, my brain's on blank right now, but as she's walking towards her house, she's still in the city, as there's 3 other girls following her. As they're getting pretty close by, as Momo Yadarozu is working out at the gym. As she sees, as she sees Luna in the background, as she stops what she's doing, looks out the window, and sees, Lulu, and Luna, as she sees 3 of the upperclassmen from her school, as she's like, damn it. She recognizes them, at least 2 of them. The other, there's 4 of them, but she recognized the 2 as the ringleader, and the other ones are just, they're pawns, whatever. They're a little group. As sorry, as Luna, she knows what's going on. She's being followed, so she goes down to an alleyway where it's by coincidence it's the same alleyway Izuku fought those guys at after Bakugo was getting jumped on them a little bit. And she turns around, waiting for them to show up. As they finally show up. As they're like, "You have a lot of nerve, girl, making our brothers embarrassed like that. It's time to teach you some manners, to know your place." As as Luna's like, "Oh, so we're doing this. Fine, guess I'll humor you." As she drops her book bag and goes through it and puts on the gloves, as they're laughing. What are those supposed to do? "Oh, it's simple. I just don't want your blood on my knuckles. I don't want your blood on my hands. Oh, it's on my, yeah, I don't want your blood on my knuckles." As though all four of the girls rush Luna. As she's, dodging a couple of fists. As she uses her, she uses with the, combined with the gloves, with her, able to harden parts of her body with ice. Kind of like a small layer, like in other parts I've mentioned. Just on the knuckles. But as she swings, hits the girl right in the face. As she goes, she get hit hard, so, she's down, implanted into the wall a little bit. As she, Luna smiles. And she's like, "Who's next?" As two of them rush Luna from the front and back. As she does, she kicks them both in rotation with a harden of her, a little bit of ice on her foot, on her heel. As both of them go, flying in different directions. Not as hard, but she could easily kill them if she wanted to. As there was 2, 4. Okay, yeah, so that was pretty much. It's the first two that got put down. They get it back up. That's when Momo saw this, as she socks the girl in the face. As she side kicks one of them back in the neck. As Momo was like, "Every time we meet, you're always fighting someone." As Luna's like, "Momo, was it?" "Yeah. Good thing, I caught up to you. Didn't seem like you need my help." As she takes off the gloves and puts it in her book bag. "No, but I guess it's appreciated." As that went on, as they walk back to, out of the alleyway, as her limousine, comes in, as she's getting picked up, as she's like, "You coming?" As he's like, "What?" He's like, we had a bet. It's time to pay up." As they go on their little, outing. As it's a version of what she likes to do in her fun time. As we get to the, underground, a little bit of underground fights. As they're, doing a little tournament there. Just a couple rounds. As they're walking through, So the head clerk, oh Momo, you're back. So are you going to fight tonight? And she like smiles. Yeah, I'm gonna fight. My friend here is too. And she's like, oh, as he apologizes, I didn't know, and you are? As he's greeting them both. As she's like, Luna Midoriya. And she's like, huh, you're that Luna. I caught your little match with, Momo over here. Quite entertaining. But you gotta admit, Momo has a killer combination. As like, she smirks. It's like, Momo smirks as he's like, yeah, she does. As as Luna's like, what are you up to? He's like, I promised you on a little, outing. Our deal was, and instead of going to a boring restaurant, let's do something fun. As they begin, signing up for the tournament. Yeah, I guess it's like a little underground tournament. Now, this is not going to be with no corks or whatever. This is just straight up fights. So this is going to be it's going to be interesting. Sorry, give me a second. As they both get registered, as Momo grabs Luna and takes her to the locker room to get changed. As Luna's like, as they're getting dressed, they're like, I wasn't peg you for a underground fighter type. As Momo was like, I've always that's always been one of my things since I was a little girl. As wealthy as with my family's reputation, it's like finding these things are quite easy. So how many times have you been here? That's Luna's just getting information down. It's just like I've been coming here for a while now. Our match is up. Our individual matches. I think it will be like it's going to be one-on-one type of stuff. So I add that in. I'm adding a little more tournament-based stuff a little bit. It's an underground fight, so technically it's not a tournament, but whatever. As Momo goes in first, she's like, I'll catch you on the other side. As we begin to, Momo's fight, as, he's just using, brawler tactics. As soon as the match starts, he goes in for a swift kick to Momo's head. As she, as she knees down to, to dodge. As she comes in close, as she does a couple of quick succession combinations from the body to the temple of the head. As, that dude knocked out cold. As, they declare, Momo the winner. As she's like, that was interesting. Let's see what you got. As, Luna walks into the arena. As, the people in the arena are being quite rude to Luna. As, calling her, start calling her Snow White because, as a insult. As they're saying, this is not a tea party, all that, rude stuff. As, Luna has a pissed off expression on her face as her opponent starts, like, as her opponent starts looking down upon her, on her. It's a pretty built dude, as he's like, this is gonna be a lot more. This is gonna be a waste of time. Better end this fast. As he cracks his knuckles, as the fight begins, as Luna just simply says, "I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry." He's like, "I'm not gonna feel sorry for doing this." As suddenly, she goes in the front as she, starts wailing on a dude on his ribs. As he kicks him across the face, as he goes flying. As she jumps over there, kicks him over to the on his stomach, on his back. As she's on top of him, just beating him down. As the fight's over with. As her fists are a little bit bloody. As she's like, huh. As she walks back to Momo, as she's like, Jesus, like, you're quite aggressive. She's wiping down, the blood, rag off her knuckles. As they pissed me off. They said, I see you got a bit of a temper there. As she's joking, as they're going to individual fights, one-on-one, until they hit to the fight between Momo and Luna. As he's like, huh, I guess we're gonna have a rematch after all. As Momo's like, see you on the field. As she waves as she goes on the field. As Luna's like, Jesus, this is such a waste of time. But whatever. It's a shame Bakugo's not here. But as she walks through the arena, as the announcer might announce the finals with their favorite old champion. She's been a champion over here for a little bit. She's a head fighter. As they say the challenger, a newcomer, Luna. As the fight begins. As Momo goes straightly for quick combinations. As Luna, is blocking everyone. As she does a side kick, as Luna goes flying a little bit. She blocked it, but she couldn't, nullify the full force of the momentum of the kick. That's what my logic is going on right now. And she goes flying into, she goes flying. I'm just saying in, anime logic, like I've seen some of these animes, normal character punching the dude like into a wall and then planting him without, no sort of ability, but I guess this makes the scene look cool, I guess. Well, whatever. We'll continue. As Luna, gets up. She's like, oh, we're playing it that way, are we now? As Luna blitz into, Momo, as it surprises her. As she does flurry of kicks into Momo's side. As one solid hit across the face. As she goes flying. Hitting the ground pretty hard. As Luna's like, what? Sorry, I forget what I was going to say. Let me pause it real fast. Okay, here we go. As she says, what, does the big bad rich girl need a Band-Aid? And she's like, as Momo, smirks, it's like, you're gonna pay for that one. As Momo and them, exchange blows. A couple going through for both sides as they jump backwards as they're like, interesting. As she creates a staff. As the final fight is with the cork, so that's how I'm making this make sense. I originally wasn't going to do this, but let's just say the final tournament, you're able to use your cork as long as it's not, way out there. Like, it's still an underground fight, so they would have some sort of rules in there to avoid, regular attention. Let's just say creation corks that create things that are allowed. That's the only type of cork that's allowed in this tournament. In this little underground tournament thing, I guess. Whatever, we'll go with that. As Momo creates a staff, she gets to a stance. As as Momo is really known for her staff work in tournaments. Some of them have some of them people use weapons, but not a whole lot. This is more of a favor on Momo's part, where they're allowing her to do all this cork work. That's how we're gonna do this. I changed my mind. I need to stop doing that, but let's continue. As Luna, interesting. As I'm just gonna give Luna this because I can. She's able to create objects with ice. Just because, to make this, make more, a better battle scene. And she creates, a bow staff made out of, ice. As she gets to a different type of stance. As they rush in. As they do a combination of attacking with the bow staffs. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, I think they're, sorry. As a combination of bow staff attacks and kicks. Because they're mostly using their hands for the staffs. As they both hit each other, after they, throw their staffs out of the way, as they go in for the final, kill shot. As Momo, as the fight's been progressing, she's been memorizing her patterns as it's slowly, it's turning pretty bad for Momo. As she's just getting destroyed. As Momo, concedes, so she's like, you win this one. As she passes out. As everyone's shocked that the new girl defeated Momo Yadorozu in this underground little scenario I have going on. As Luna picks Momo up and takes her to the back. As a couple hours progress as she wakes up. As she's like, guess I know who's the better fighter. As she's holding her side a little bit. It's just like, you're a lot stronger than how you're a lot stronger than you look. As Momo Chester. So it's just like, yeah, I've been training for a while. As a person with a recovery, cork comes in and heals Momo. As they tell her to, no major exercises for a couple weeks. You used to be fine. as they go out of their building, out of the thing. Uh, want some cash. So interesting. So that's why you do it. So that's why people will gamble. Interesting concept, but not my thing. As they Mama was like, "Come on, let's go over here." As they go, to a coffee shop. That's to socialize. As they go their separate ways, and okay, then I'm probably stop it here, yeah, because this is kind of short because I have to be at work pretty soon. So I didn't know what else to put here. There's a couple other things I could have put, but I was hoping I had enough scenarios in my head that it would make worth my normal rate of a video. And sorry. Also get a couple comments about the vampire what if. It's on my it's on my community tab, but it's going to be released on Monday, sometime Monday. I'm not totally sure if it's gonna be morning or night, but my first vampire what if will be uploaded on Monday. So look forward to that one. So I'll catch you guys later. All right, bye.